Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Test Open Mappool Showcases. This is the round of 16 Mappool Showcase. We have gone through our round of 32 off stream. I'm not sure if those VODs are going to be posted, but they were some pretty good matches nonetheless, and it was very, very exciting to watch. This pool going to be building on that in terms of star rating, moving up from 6 stars to 6.2 stars. We're presenting it. My name is Taikani. Joining me today is Freddy. Freddy, how you doing?
Pretty chill afternoon on my end. Having my first meal of the day myself, and pretty excited to see how this map will kind of shake up.
Yeah, I actually got the star ratings wrong. I just read you the 5WC star ratings. 6.2 to 6.4, actually. But regardless, it is a 0.02 upgrade in terms of star rating. We can get right into it here with No Mod 1.
Oh, we're actually gonna start with Laser one, I guess.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. I forgot. So Laser Mod 1, Barrel Roll. We featured Barrel Roll in the qualifiers as Laser Mod 1. Decided that it's pretty damn good. I know some players aren't quite used to it. It's a practice thing for a lot of players, just to make sure you're used to it. Make sure you can read it without feeling. I know some people were saying it can feel a little nauseating, so try to help with an easier map here. So this map, commonly seen in No Mod 3 slots, map by Mochaotic. 130 BPM. I've never liked pooling alt this low BPM, so I was like, you know what? I think Barrel Roll provides a unique challenge that makes this map really stand out in terms of its patterning, where it doesn't matter that this is basically just single tap alt, because it actually provides something really, really different with the playfield mod.
Oh, absolutely. And also, like as you said, the light spinning should be able to help alleviate like any feelings from it. By, like,
Yeah.
a really small pad. Another thing is that, like, side note, I remember this song going viral because there was a guy in like some really detailed fursuit just dancing to it, and it just blew up on Twitter. Yeah, it blew up on Twitter. I don't know how it did.
So there's a Fortnite emote of this, and now I gotta go check and see if it's based off of that video, because now I'm really curious.
Let me see if I can find it. I can just link it to you in streaming channel or whatever.
Cool. I have the emote. I know exactly what it looks like. Yeah, that's how I first knew this song was, I heard it in Fortnite, and I was like, wait, is that Psy? And so I went through and I looked at it. Yeah, it's Psy featuring Suga. Kind of a stacked collab, the new and the old of K-pop in the modern era.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Psy, he's been doing music for like almost 20 years in the making. Might actually be 20 plus. And then Suga himself, we all know, part of BTS, a group for 10 plus years running.
That's crazy to me that they've been going that long. Like, it's hard for me to even wrap my head around that. Like, I know that I had listened to BTS songs in middle school, but that's insane.
Yeah, fun fact, I think BTS, they had planned on disbanding after one of their songs, lead singles, I think was No, but then they kept holding on for like another year, and they gradually just blew up more and more. So yeah, happy for them. Also, thanks for the replay, Juicy.
Yeah, thank you, Juicy. Let's move on into Laser Mod 2. This one, we chose to do a second playfield mod this week rather than a combination playfield and reading. I don't think this map is particularly hard to read. It's growth on Kyome no True Force. This one a 6.2 star mechanics map. Kind of meant to fill in for what I'd say is a little bit of a lack of aim later on. So it's 198 BPM, pretty standard aim, like 2016 map, I want to say. Not going to be any surprises to this map, really. It's aim with growth.
Double-Roo, one of them staple mappers during the 2014-2016 era of jump maps, and just like standard anime opening mapping in general. Yeah, I think this was the opening to that play dance era.
It is.
Anime.
It's actually, the comment on the pool sheet is related to that. So my watching of this, I watched 8 episodes of this just at a hotel room in Salt Lake until I finally decided, like, wow, this show is just not gonna get any better, huh? It's not. But this opening is great. This is a wonderful opening. It's so hype.
Every single person I talk to, when I ask them who their favorite is, they always say it's either S or Restia.
God, I have to look up who those even are anymore. Mind you, I watched this in 2020. I don't remember shit. Let's see. Blade Dance. I'll know it once I see him.
Both of them are like the main characters. Like,
Oh, that's two that I expected. Okay. That's hard. I'll say S. I'll just say S.
It's also S for me.
I say that because she reminds me of Chino from Gochiyusa, and I think anyone who knows me knows I love Gochiyusa to death. But as far as this map, this is the longest map in the pool. 4 minutes 25. It's AR 9.6, which is why I am adamant this is not a reading challenge, despite kind of saying that Deflate last week was a bit of a reading challenge. It's just gonna be your mechanics, how you hold out, how growth might mess with you on some of these circles. You know, might expect them to grow past where they actually will. And you know, you kind of click around the edge and you miss. But for the main part, this is kind of a consistency check.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, there is going to be like a lack of that conventional aim later as the pool progresses throughout the showcase, so might as well just make it the longest map in full so it has like a fair amount of representation.
Yeah.
It's so good. Wait, this is the same artist that made Overdrive, right?
Yes. Harada told me.
I was thinking to myself, why is this so familiar? And then I was like, oh, bruh.
Yeah, shoutouts to Emerald Ages for this free play, by the way. 363k, not an FC, but still a damn good score.
Wait, I looked at the full spread. It just got the whole like 2014-2016 army. Curry, Momoka, Anais, Rizia, Dorvat. What the heck?
Yeah, no, this is kind of a monster set. That's why I have it. I'm a bit of a boomer, and so I saw this set. I was like, this is so stacked. I have to have this set just there whenever I want to play it.
I see. Oh, damn, that's rough.
No, Emerald, no.
Sad.
But yeah, let's Laser Mod 2. Let's go ahead and move on into Laser Mod 3, and this one, the Choice Reading Mod. Spinning on Wrap the Chocobo.
Oh my gosh, this map is significantly familiar for like players in the past like several years, because this will be consistently pulled either as like a precision hard rock 2 or as like a free mod anti-mod pick. So, oh my gosh, like the spinning is like so funny.
Yeah. So we chose this because of stacks. I think spinning with stacks is very, very interesting, and if you're not used to how spinning is, very, very difficult. So you have to be ready. The idea was that this map has stacks that are 1/2, 1/4, and 1/1 without changing how they look. So you have to be really, really in tune with how that spin animation goes for each rhythm.
Yeah, they got it right there.
Yeah.
There's something so funny about this song. With the way it sounds, because all you hear is the word Chocobo.
I mean, to be fair, the song isn't supposed to have lyrics.
Yeah. And then this is the rap where it has like some lyrical parts into it.
Yeah. I want to know why the fuck there's a car alarm in this song.
I got zero idea. And here's the part where the Wiggles come in. Like soon. Oh, the 1/3 got him off.
The 1/3 is so hard.
And here's the Wiggles. Oh my god, I think they said Hashira right there. And that reminds me of a different song. But yeah, pretty deadly all throughout with how that spinning can affect how you read each stack and every other pattern. So yeah.
Alright, let's move on into Nomad 1. My comment on this map is quite simply God's gift to 5-digit aim players. I'm a little bit of a fan. Murasa is the Nomad 1 of choice.
And our replay has bugged out again, so we're just gonna be giving you an autoplay.
Let's go!
Sad days.
Yeah, this one is super tough on the aim. Also quite a bit of streaming. This is actually why we introduced aim into LM2. It was because we had a couple complaints from playtesters about like, yeah, we feel like the aim maps are too tapping heavy. So this was like it kind of, we wanted to keep this map because it's so good.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, this one, 200 BPM, fair amount of bursts alongside its pretty difficult aim. This map was actually made for the Hard Rock pool of OWC.
Oh yeah, 2020 qualifiers, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right. I don't... Meridius only lists Hard Rock 1 for OWC. Oh, I know where the replay was broken, because he updated this map 9 hours ago. Yeah, okay, so I learned this while we did our second pooling session. This map sat dead for 4 years. Or 3 years, sorry. And he just randomly revived it a couple days ago, finally. And I'm really excited about it, because I think this map needs to be ranked. Especially the top diff. Like, the top diff isn't the one being played in this tournament, but oh my lord, it is heavenly good. This diff also very, very solid. I think anyone who's played a Meridius A map knows the kind of feel, and I think this gets it down to a science. This is everything I want from a Meridius A map. It's that slight awkward tinge to it, but just general feeling of you're playing raw aim.
Yeah, that's how I felt playing every Meridius map I've done so far as well. There's something about it where it's slightly, like, uncomfortable, but ultimately still, like, it's comfortable in a comfortable way. How do I describe that?
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
Yeah, I need to listen to more Untitled Chapter. I've like had a whole backlog of songs I've never bothered to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, they're always good. I think this is a bit of a highlight for me as a song. It feels different, right? Like, it definitely is, like, you hear this and you're like, oh, that's Undead. But there's something about this song, I think it's just maybe the original song it's based on, that just feels very different. Either way, it's still wonderful. I think this song goes with Yoronaku Usagi as, like, one of my favorites of all time, and then it's so solid.
Yeah, it does give me that Yoronaku Usagi feel. I think it's probably because of the vocalists being the same.
Yeah.
Both of those, so yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's
thanks to
one.
Otto for the replay.
Yeah, that's my goat!
Yes!
Alright, let's
That's what
move
I'm
on
talking
into
about.
No Mod 2. Until We Fall, mapped by Ropus. It is a collab. Okay, hold on. I actually have to check who the CS is here. Ropus and DCS, that makes sense. And I mean, this is a pretty stock standard stream map. I don't think there's much to say. 200 BPM streams.
I find it funny how I know DCS more for score posting than for mapping.
That's really interesting to me. Maybe it's because I have just an automatic DNI radar, but I know every stream farm mapper is stream farm mapper, no matter what else they do.
Oh my goodness.
It's a little mean. But we like jokes here. Yeah, there's not much to this map other than the stream. You have these jump sections which can be kind of difficult, but the real difficulty just comes in, you know, holding on the 200 streams for 3 minutes.
Yeah, seems pretty cookie cutter, so
Yeah.
as long as you know what you're doing, then you probably will FC.
Yeah, that was kind of the goal, because flow aim last week was kind of all over the place. It was like, let's just dial it back. Let's have a nice, clean tournament no mod 2 for a change. Before we get back to doing whatever we want. Where no mod 1 last week was a little more than just flow aim. So this one really just nails down that stock standard feeling. I think the no mod pool this week is very standard. I mean, it's picks that I would expect in tournament, where you know, laser mod kind of gets to be a little crazier because of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This no mod pulls 2 for 2 on like slot pulls so far.
Yeah. Which is kind of surprising in a 3-map no mod pool that we can slot pool 2 of them. I'm impressed.
Hats off.
Technically, round of 32, there was no slot pool, since what is normally no mod 1 was missing, and the other 3 just got moved up 1 number.
Autofilling and solo QB like.
Should have kept note if we did the replay. Okay, this is a Belladonna replay. Yeah, shout out to Belladonna for doing these replays. She and Emerald Ages really went ham this week.
Always have to give proper credit where they're due.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no appreciation.
Yeah, nice song. The nice thing about No Mod 2 is oftentimes you just get to find like the metal songs for free song variety in a pool. It's great. Wonderful hack.
Of course.
I guess No Mod 1 is metal as well, in a different sense.
Yep.
I can tell you though, No Mod 3 isn't. This next map, very different from these past 2. Technically not slot pooling because it normally be a No Mod 4. Flashes, mapped by Pocket, who I think is one of the tech map greats right now.
No, like, wouldn't have been funny if we did somehow have like a metal No Mod 3 of tech or alt metal.
Dude.
That would have been funny.
It's not impossible, alright? Okay.
Oh yeah,
like,
of course.
I've thought about this, right? So, like, I mean, tech is so applicable to so many different genres that people aren't scared. But the problem is that people are scared. I believe, fully believe though, that there is a metal tech map out there. Either way, this one isn't. I mean, it's rhythm game song. It's a dull sight. Sorry, I thought this was Homarju.
Like this Homarju's alias.
Oh, well that's why. there's probably another Flashes set that's credited to Homarju. That's probably why.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
I think...
the self remix with the cut streams. Are you talking about that one?
Probably. Yeah, looks like it. Oh yeah, the Akali one.
The clip bar one. The clip bar
yeah.
cut stream shit.
Yeah, the comment on the Mappool sheet is like mosquitoes, which is totally just a reference to Akali's death name. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's pretty standard, like, shinty, hardcore. 180 BPM, it's really just about your slider aim. I actually wanted to put this in last week, but it was just a little too hard. So we just moved it up a week, and it works really well here.
Also, shout out to any fellow 2DX players out there.
Oh, is this in 2DX?
Yeah, this is 2DX.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. That
Emerald
is a
Aegis
Nomad 3.
once again.
Yeah, thank you, Emerald. We move on into the Hidden One. I have wanted to pull this song for a year. Ever since I heard it, I was like, this is so tournament. And I just needed to find the right set and the right time. Paper Bouquet, map by Esutarosa. We decided pretty early on for the hidden slot. We were like, we want something awkward and we want something dense. Let's do something like, I think the map to point to is always Desert Theater. That you see in those really high SR pools where you have like Ill-Jazz's Desert Theater, Hidden One. That's kind of the idea here. It's, I call it Ill-Jazz fan 1, 2, 3. I know Esutarosa is a huge fan of Ill-Jazz maps and kind of takes after them. So this is kind of meant to be Desert Theater light in a sense.
Both have the slightly lower BPM in order to emphasize that light portion of phrasing.
Yeah. And you can see it in this this Ki. You have a couple cut streams actually. They're not too hard to hit. You just gotta flow them and pretend that they're not cut streams. But they are cuts. 212 BPM as well. Makes this feel pretty dense in those Ki sections where you have objects left and right. With those sliders, it can feel kind of weird.
They are slightly like higher than what I would expect for, but that's mainly because I mainly play around like the AR9, AR9.3 range, so.
Yeah, it is 9.6, which is not crazy hard. But I think the map speaks for itself. Yeah, this one also, I'd say decently long, 3 minutes 16. I mean, in comparison to the rest of the maps, no shot this is the second longest map. By a couple seconds, this is the second longest map in the pool.
4 seconds longer than Nomad 2. That's actually insane.
Yeah.
I'd expect like a couple misses on that one right there, like a couple seconds early.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of the streams can be pretty deep, and you gotta be consistent with them. I think if you can hit the little Ki cut streams, you can hit that stream just fine, but it is still difficult for sure. Yeah. Nice little cheeky little chill ending. And that's the map.
I realized that you could like spin a little higher than 477 now, and then
Yeah, it's weird.
compensate it with like the max spinner bonus thing.
Yeah. Right. But
Yeah,
that
thanks,
is
Emerald.
Hidden 1. Yeah, thank you, Emerald. Let's move on into Hidden 2. Another Emerald Ages replay. Let's go.
Or goat.
Yeah, Tenjiron High Collar Hime. This one from 5WC, actually. This year's 5WC. Decided to reuse it here just because there hasn't been time for people to start really pooling this, and there's not as much of a rank range overlap.
But yeah, those patterns where you'd have the triples and some doubles like next to each other, that's gonna catch people off in the intro for sure.
Yeah, this one is very tough with patterning that tries and deceives you between what is 1/2 and what is 1/4. So it's definitely tough.
I know this song from an older set by Natsume Rin, where the second highest diff was also pulled as a hidden 2, and I think there were multiple portions where I think I just got mind blocked and then ended up losing the map because of it. So the song has the kind of like love-hate relationship and me because of that map. But this is a different map. And like totally different account structure as well, so.
Yeah, these TIs are definitely the toughest just because of the density. there is just objects everywhere.
Oh, also the fact that the max like spinner bonus is like also correlated. It's correlated with the OD of the map. So. Oh wait, that's section.
Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, it's so tough. There's a lot of control involved in playing this map.
But yeah, going back to it, I think like for OD10, you need to spin like 450 in order to get the max bonus, but then at lower ODs, you could spin like 300 something and get the max bonus. So yeah, it's pretty interesting how the laser changes will affect spinning.
Yeah, I don't think it's super major in a tournament setting, but like leaderboard farming is gonna be interesting. Yeah, nearing the end of the map. Is this? Yeah, this is the last slider. Oh, spinner. I wasn't sure that was the last object. I forget how short these maps are. Yeah, that's the end of Hidden 2 and the Hidden Pool. Let's move on into Hard Rock 1.
Song. Fairly classic one. Almost 2 million plays on the whole set back in 2016.
I hope I think the vibes by now are who's pooling this is a boomer and an enjoyer of boomer things. Because we just keep doing this. Louder Machine. This one a map by Sing. So what happened was Hard Rock 1. I was like, well, we only have one tech map. You know, let's do something tech. You know, get a little aim, get a little tech. And I just said, search Skystar. And so we ended up on this, I think the same time we both landed on this map. Sing's a super good mapper, of course. And this fit what we were looking for perfectly. It's got those little bits of tech elements. You have cut streams, you have kick sliders everywhere. You know, it's the birth of tech as a mapping genre at that time. Along with just the aim elements that you expect in a Hard Rock 1.
Here we go into it.
Yeah, a little bit of bursts. I've always liked like having like D&B in Hard Rock, just because it's like, I like Hard Rock bursts a lot. There's something about it that just speaks to me. Maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. But there's something about seeing 5-note bursts in Hard Rock that just brings me back. So, you know, I'll never say no to just having them in a MacTech map.
But yeah, a lot of the shorter maps are cool, so done and dusted just like that.
Yeah. Very short one. Rhythm game size. 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and move on into Hard Rock 2.
Thanks to the skill issue for that replay.
Yeah, shout out to
And for
skill
this
issue.
one as well.
Yeah, a second undead corporation has hit the map pool. This one I think a lot newer, I want to say. Map by Tokiko. CS 6.5. Pretty standard stuff. But definitely difficult nonetheless. The idea of it was, so last week we had alt precision. This week we wanted to kind of step away from that a little bit. You know, don't want to just like spam alt precision the whole time. I still love alt precision to death. So it's a pretty comfy 170 BPM. And just fairly standard precision E. You do have those patterns though. Those patterns before the Ki can be pretty brutal. Hitting those linears is just tough.
Yeah, those slight, the pretty uncomfortableness of having an straight angles, and also sometimes need to remember exactly where the nodes are, because you might just end up going full linear and then missing one way, have to go backwards.
Yeah, it's tough. I think this is a very interesting map. Like, normally I'm like, oh, in the perfect world, precision is all alt. In fact, I think I said that earlier today on a different showcase. Sometimes you get maps like this where it's like, wow, this is different. You know, this isn't just, I found a name map, and it happened to be CS5. I think this is still a unique precision challenge. You have, you know, those little stacks in the Ki that force you to control your cursor, it'll stop and go a little bit more. You have the linears. Makes it feel like a map that was made to be played as a precision map. Which, honestly, that's all I could ask for. Actually, I could ask for a little more. I could ask for CS6. I love that. But maybe not at 6.4. There was I did pool a tournament. It was an open rank. And Grand Finals was like, it was Malashevsky and Nahus. So I just unleashed. And I pooled CS7 plus Hard Rock.
Oh my goodness.
And they played it too. I don't remember what the scores were, the VOD's deleted, but they did play it, I remember that.
Always hate it when, like, I like, when you say about, like, VOD being deleted, I've always, like, missed when, like, certain VODs become lost media. Even if it's just, like, a normal, like, streaming of players' POV stream of a certain tourney, because sometimes there's a lot of good sound bites in there that I feel like should just be preserved forever, and it's like, no, it's gone.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. But regardless, time must move on as much as we will to DT1.
And this song is extremely familiar. The map set may not be familiar, but the song definitely is. This is a full version of Cold Green Eyes.
Yeah, this map from 2020, I actually remember when it got ranked, because it was like right around the time that I started playing again. So this was like one of the first new ranked maps I had downloaded. And it's pretty standard. I mean, this is 2020, right? It's the era of Cold Green Eyes is one of the most farm songs ever. So everybody was trying to get their new DT farm set in. to go alongside the existing 2015 Barism set. And of course, as you said, this one, the full version, 2 minutes 30 seconds of just really hard AR 10.3, which is really hard to balance, by the way, with laser mod, because with laser DT, because we're doing variable speeds, and it's like you can't just say, okay, give me an AR9 aim map. You actually have to find a map that's like slightly too high or slightly too low, and then you have to hope that the variable speed gives you what you want. I think this might be a little bit above 10.3. Normally it's 10.5, but this is at 1.4x, so not quite here.
I could check for sure right now. I actually have laser open.
Oh, cool. Yeah, please do that. I know we checked this. I know we wrote this off as okay. We didn't just pull a 10.5 map, but it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, of course. Like with 1.5 times speed, then it is 10.5. But
great song though. I love drum and bass.
What? No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Okay. I need to make sure for stage to be completely sure. Okay, it's off it's 10.29 when rounded to the nearest 100.
That's fine. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Yeah, AR 10.29. Yippee!
Likely, I think it's like a few milliseconds slower than conventional AR-92, but that's like 10.3 repeating.
Yeah.
But
yeah, at that point you're splitting hairs.
of course.
Yeah, that is DT1. Thank you, Belladonna, for the replay. Let's move on into DT2. Shoutouts to Skill Issue, by the way, for getting this replay literally the moment we went live, because our last DT2 replay was broken. So, GOAT. Mirage Age. This was a DT2 for the Perennial. In 2022. Unfortunately, no Perennial 2023 to speak of, so I guess that was the last Perennial that there has been. I've always thought this map is very interesting. I know it's not like super highly seen, so we decided to go like lower BPM approach. I think actually gives this map a lot to work with. So you have 231 BPM, or no, wait, no, 231 is the default. I don't remember the BPM. It's not 231 though. It's lower than the normal BPM, but it's still very, very challenging on the finger control and can mess up your stamina.
Well, I know it's the base is 154. I'll just gotta plug that into a calculator with 1.5.
202. Oh, wait, 154. I only heard 150. Yips! Yeah, either way, this is meant to be like TP finger control.
And it's definitely acting like that before we can see how the accuracy is fairly low, but I mean, probably caught a little bit by surprise, so.
Yeah. It is. It's a tough map. Tough cookie, as they would say. And it just goes on and on for 2 minutes. It's a non-stop barrage. That one break is really the only one point you get to breathe, and it's not very long either before you just throw it back in the mid. So you have even numbered bursts, you have doubles, then you have to just have triples to mess your day up afterwards. Like, you can't just count on always having an even number. It is all over the place in terms of the rhythm. Luckily, because we're not playing on the standard GT speed, deploying on this 62 Demon, it's present. It's a devious panda map, and that's just always going to be the case.
Of course. I'm still not used to 100s being okay. I'm used to them being called greats, and 300s being called perfects and not greats.
Weird. Yeah, thank you, Skillishu, again for the literal last-minute replay. That's
Always
the end of the DP
appreciated.
pool and the main pool as well. Now, finally, we just have the tiebreaker. I do feel the compulsive need to share my comment for this one in the pool sheet. She gave me the ordeal, and it feel divine. Really proud of that one. Really sad that that one doesn't show on sheet because I think I flopped off. Divine Ordeal. This was a custom song for Corsace Open 2022's round of 32 tiebreaker. And we think it works great here. The alt BPM, while also not being like a straight up alt map, I think is very, very nice. You do have a lot of those like tech and aim control sort of bits to it that make this map really stand out among other tiebreakers with the star rating.
The map picks up pretty well so far.
Yeah.
Players know exactly what they're getting into right off the bat. Nothing really to be surprised about. Maybe later there will be, but
I mean, it's pretty revealing what this map is from the outset. I don't think there's too many surprises. Like, you have that 1/3 like side trans, or it's not 1/3, it's just a side trans section, which is lower BPM. And that's like a little different, but most of this map is exactly this. Just at varying degrees of tech patterning. This is a collab between Garden and YFBMP, two amazing mappers that I love dearly. I love those guys. They're so good. What a perfect collab.
yeah, I've always enjoyed their maps as well. And as a side note, shout out to the artists as well. They're probably better known by their mapper named Nakagawa Kanon.
I don't know. At this point, I feel like he's finally crossed the threshold where it's everybody knows Rabbit House, and Nakagawa Kanon is just kind of a fun fact now.
I can definitely see that, actually. Oh my god, now you mentioned.
I mean,
like a couple years since
this guy's in Archaea now. Like, kind of hit the big leagues.
Okay, yeah, it's over then. It's over then. Like his own suit mapping time is basically an afterthought.
Yeah. God, Rabbit House is so good. It's awesome to see like those homegrown OC talents. Oh, you know what? That answers my question. So when we were doing our second pooling session, I was actually like I was talking to Ed Bones, the other pooler, about like have there been like we know there's been a lot of featured artists that were kind of born from Taiko or Armenia. Have there been any Osu standard featured artists? This one, Nakagawa Kanon, is the only one. Rabbit House.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we were talking about the viability of Doomsday as a featured artist, and that came up. I was like, wait, have we even had one? We have. Just one, though. It's just Rabbit House, which is...
The only other person I could say is, like, Matrix or Cygnus, because I remember him being a 4-digit, like, AR11 player, like, for so long. Like, I think one of the scores that he tried grinding out was, I need to find it again, but, I don't remember the name of it. It's mapped by Jusu, like... Okay, I found the map. I'll link it to you when I can.
Okay, I don't know why I thought he was a Taiko player. That's just wrong. He's also an OC standard player. That's crazy. Although
he was grinding for the...
Oh, yeah. My bad.
He was going for like AR11 or DT Hard Rock FC on this for like years on end, and I think he got it like sometime in 2018 if I remember correctly. But so yeah, that's the one thing I remember him for, other than like him sweeping me in OCUCI land.
Classic. Yeah, I only learned that Cygnus was an OC player in OWC this past year, so that actually came as a surprise to me. I kind of forget. We do love our homegrown talents, though. It was really cool when this map was revealed, because I mean this was the one that this was Corsace Open's first custom song for that year, and then they just dropped the bomb of every tiebreaker this tournament will be a brand new original song, which is so sick. And they started it off with Rabbit House too, which I think a lot of significance to the OC community.
Oh, absolutely.
But Yeah, that's basically the hard portion of the map done. That little aim control portion right after the Ki is brutal. But then from there, you kind of get into the flow that you're pretty much accustomed to by this point in the map. Not much left from there. Yeah, that's the map, and that's the pool. Thank you, Skill Issue, for the tiebreaker replay. I believe the pool and schedule should be on sheet shortly. I haven't heard otherwise. But that should be about wraps for the round of 16 showcase.
Nice. A good set of matches that should be going on throughout the entire weekend, so hope you all
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah, we'll see you this weekend.
Take care.